personality traits in the HPTI, but I really want to talk a bit more about competitiveness, just because it's one of the more kind of nuanced levels when we're looking at optimal traits in senior leadership. When we're looking at high competitiveness, that is the desire to succeed, to be seen to succeed, to get the recognition, to get the spotlight. That can be really useful in individual performance, in types of work that can be done on your own. So if we're looking at sports, solo sports are a great example of where high competitiveness is really important. If you're playing singles in tennis, then high competitiveness is a huge advantage. If you're playing doubles, all of a sudden you need to be a bit less competitive because you need to work well with your teammate. When you're looking at larger team sports, it's the same as larger teams and organizations. You need to be able to work well with other people, and you can't always be stealing the spotlight. You can't necessarily always be hogging the attention. If you're in a sales role, then maybe that is the job. Maybe the job is to be individually competitive, to be the highest performing salesperson, to get the most sales, and to be recognized for that. But again, once you're moving into more cooperative teams, high levels of competitiveness can sometimes be a drawback, especially if it's not managed or mitigated effectively. When you're looking at leadership roles, it needs to be moderated to be effective in a leadership role. You need to be able to let other people in the company, in the organization, in the team, get credit and recognition for their achievements. If you're always trying to take the credit for your team, you're going to have a lot of trouble as a leader because you're going to piss people off. If you're stealing the credit, if you're taking credit for other people's work because you need that spotlight, you need to be seen as that high achiever, it's really going to cause problems for you as a manager. And a lot of times people are promoted, sometimes on being the most competitive, the most high-performing person as an individual, but when you make that highest performing salesperson a leader, to be effective, they really need to be able to moderate that competitiveness, to channel that competitiveness into team success instead of individual success, to being proud of the work their team has done and being able to share the credit and recognition instead of taking that spotlight for themselves. So it's really interesting when you look at even senior leaders, even CEOs of multinational companies, we find the most effective ones have very moderate, almost average levels of competitiveness. So they tend to be very good at moderating that impulse. They want to win, they want to have a successful company, a successful team. Maybe they want to be the best company, but they can also recognize their employees, recognize the people they work with, and recognize the good work other people have done instead of taking all the credit. And when you get a figurehead who wants to take all the credit of a company, or all the credit from an organization, or to be the center of attention, that leader tends to have problems with employee loyalty, with employee retention, because if you're not giving the recognition to all of the other people who are doing the hard work, as well as you doing the hard work, then it's really going to create some challenges for the company.